Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope everyone is fine there. I want to tell you, in olden days, which means maybe 2000 years ago, the king used to rule the country, rule the kingdom. Only the king gives the orders to the people. I think he was a monarch, and whatever he says, they have to listen. They had to listen. It was those days. The king only person, he was a monarch, he only gives the orders. But nowadays, we are the persons electing the person and ask him to rule our country. Yeah. In this lesson, which we are going to learn, it's a drama, role play, skit. Puru the Brave. Puru the Brave. Let us see that. Puru the Brave. It is a drama. It is a script or role play, also you can call it. Drama, role play, skit. We can answer that. Okay, now? Yes. Whenever you want to write the drama, skit or role play, first of all you have to mention the heading. The topic name you have to mention it. Then you have to write the characters. Characters, what are the characters are there in this? You have to write it. Here the characters are Alexander. Alexander is the king of Macedonia who conquered Greece, Prussia, etc. Conquered means occupied. Conquered means occupied. Which countries, which kingdoms? Greece and Prussia. Puru, a king of northern India. A king of northern India. He was a king of northern India. Here, 4 Greek generals and 6 soldiers. 4 Greek generals as well as 6 soldiers. Generals means ministers. Ministers, where they will be in the court under the king, and they give the advices to the king. These are 4 generals as well as 6 soldiers. Let us see that. Characters already to Alexander, Puru, 4 Greek generals. General means ministers and 6 soldiers. Okay. The camp of Alexander on the bank of the Zelam. The camp of Alexander means the army of the place of the army of Alexander on the banks of the Zelam. Banks of the Zelam means they were in the Zelam. Zelam is the place where they are living it. Alexander is sitting on a high chair, and his 4 generals are sitting on low chairs. Already you know that when you go to the court, when you observe the court, the judge will sitting on the top on the high chair, and remaining all the lawyers will be sitting around the table. They are sitting in the down. Okay. In the same way in the court also, the Alexander is a king, is sitting on the high chair, and the remaining 4 generals are sitting in a low chairs. 2 Greek soldiers are standing at the door. 2 Greek soldiers were standing in front of the door. Alexander is having a talk with his general. Alexander is having a talk with his generals. He was talking with the general. Maybe they were discussing some matter. Let us see that. Characters. First, Alexander. Alexander. The battle of Zelam will go down in the history of our country. Go down means to be recorded. Go down. Go down means to be recorded. Okay. So Alexander was saying that the battle means war. The war of the Zelam is a place, will be recorded in the history of our country. History of our country. Who said that? Alexander. First general said, it will go down in the history of India too. It will go down means it will be recorded in the history of India too also. Second general, it will go down in the history of the world. Not only that, it will be recorded in the history of the world also. Who said that? Second general said. Third general, I have never fought such a battle before. What the third general was saying? My lord, I have never fought such a battle, such a war before. It was so such a way. It was a I never fought before. Is this battle was such a battle it was. Fourth general, I haven't either. Even myself also fought like that. Until the last moment, I couldn't believe that we would be able to defeat the army of Puru. So what the fourth general was, I couldn't believe that we would be able to defeat that army of Puru. He never thought it. Yes, Alexander. Yes, it has been a great battle. Yes, it has been great battle, great war. Perhaps, maybe the greatest of my life. Even my life also. It is the greatest of my life. Perhaps it may be the greatest of my life. I too never fought in such a battle. I must say, every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. I must say that every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. Which means he was praising. Who was praising that? That Alexander was praising the Indian soldiers. Indian soldiers he was praising it. First general, they fought like devils, your majesty. They fought like devils. Who? Indian soldiers. They fought like a devils, your majesty. Majesty means give respect. They give the respect to the king. When they were talking, they say your majesty. It means giving a my lord, which means my lord, giving respect. And still I can say that in my childhood, still I remember when I was 6 or 7 years old, the old people, they used to give the respect to a priest. When the priest was going on the street or whatever maybe, they just kneel down and say Sarve Sostram. This word still I hear that one. Nowadays nothing is there. Nowadays we can't see giving respect to the elders, respecting to the teachers, respecting the priest. I never see now. Everything completely changed it. No value in that society. Teacher doesn't have the value in the society. Of course, maybe some places they may give, but nowadays I can't see that that respect. Yes. So they fought like a devils, your majesty. My lord, they fought like a devils. Who fought like a? The Indian soldiers fought like a devils. Alexander. The Indians are good soldiers. The Indians are good soldiers. They know how to fight. They know how to fight. They fight better than our men. They fought better than our men. He was praising those Indian soldiers. Second general. But their generals aren't as good as ours. But second generals, no, somewhat he felt it. What he said, but their generals aren't as good as ours. They are not good at. They are not good at like our men. Who said that? Second general, Alexander. If you mean they aren't as brave as Greek generals, you mean that they are as brave as Greek generals? They aren't as brave as our Greek generals? I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. So they are very good fighters. Who are good fighters? The Indian soldiers are the good fighters. They have very skills. They have it. Second general, but they aren't very skillful, your highness. But they aren't very skillful. They aren't very skillful means they don't have any skills, your highness. Who said these words? The second general, Alexander. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. And here I agree with you. Of course, I agree with you. The Indian generals are still following our old methods of warfare. The Indian soldiers, no? The Indian generals are still, they are following old methods of warfare. Warfare means a fight. Warfare means a fight. Still, they were following the old methods. Their battle plans are faulty and they depend too much upon their elephants. What was their battle plan? Battle plans, war plans are faulty. Faulty means a mistake. Okay, faulty. Faulty means here having or displaying, having or displaying faults. Faults are not mistakes. Okay, their plans are there is a wrong. Faulty means wrong, and they depend too much upon their helpings. They're too much depending on the helpings. Who are depending that Indian soldiers. Yes, but as fighters they are wonderful. As fighter they are very wonderful. I have the highest respect for them. I give still respect to highest respect to the those soldiers. Who said these words? The King Alexander said to generals. Third general. I was amazed to see how Puru fought in the battle of Zealand. I am very surprised to see how Puru means he was a king, he fought in the battle, in the war of Zealand. In such a manner, he fought it. Next. Fourth general. He continued to fight even when others had left the field. See that? He continued to fight even when others had left it. Other soldiers left it. Still he was fighting with. I think he killed at least 100 of our men with his sword. I think that he killed at least 100 of our men with his sword only he killed. Who said these words? Fourth general said that. Second general, and injured many more. Not only killed 100, more than 100, even injured them. Yes. First general, he was badly injured himself. He was badly injured himself. Even that Puru also badly injured in that war. Second general. That is why we were able to capture him. That is why we were able to capture means catch him. Otherwise could not catch him. Alexander. Ho is a brave man and great soldier. Ho is a brave man as well as he was a great soldier. A great soldier. I wish he were one of my generals. He was wishing that he was the one of his generals. One of his generals. And means he want to keep as a minister. Second general. He is a proud man, your majesty. He is a proud man, your majesty. Proud means yes. Proud means one who cannot listen to others. He is a proud man. Alexander. A soldier is not a soldier if he is not proud. What is it? A soldier is not a soldier if he is not proud. If he is not a proud, he is not a soldier. I am not angry with him at all. He was not angry with him at all. He was not frightened by the news of my victories and refused to bow before me. See that? Normally the person when they defeat in that kingdom and they bow towards the king. But what he was saying that what the Alexander, he was not frightened by the news of my victory, and he was refused to bow before me. Who said these words? Alexander said to the generals. First general. He will be brought to your majesty soon. He will be bringing here very soon now. Let us see how he behaves. Let us see that how he behaves now. Alexander. I am sure he will not behave like a coward. I am sure that he may not behave like a coward. Coward means piriki or timid. Coward. Coward means one who doesn't have courage. One who doesn't have a courage, or timid also you can write. Timid person. Opposite of brave. Opposite of brave. Okay. A soldier enters and bows to Alexander. A soldier enters to the room, that court, and he bows towards the Alexander. Soldier. Sir, Puru has been brought to the camp. Sir, Puru has been brought to the camp. Alexander. Has he been put in chains? Has he been put in chains? So has he put the cuff in that hands? Alexander, as soldier. Yes, your majesty. Yes, he was kept in chains. Alexander, go and remove the chains and bring him in. Go there and remove the chains and bring him in. I don't want to see a brave man in chains. I don't want to see any. I don't want to see a brave man in chains. The soldier bows and goes out. The soldier bows towards the Alexander and he goes out. Alexander. They should not have put him in chains. He is a king besides being a great soldier. See what he was saying, that they should not have put him in chains. Should not put the chains. He is a king beside being a great soldier. So we should not keep any chains to that person. So Puru enters with the 4 Greek soldiers follow him. The Puru enters in the court with the 4 Greek soldiers, and 4 soldiers were following him. Alexander and the generals stand up to greet him. Here Alexander as well as 4 Greek generals, they got up. They stand up to greet him, wish him. Puru joins the palms of his hands and raises them to his forehead to return the greetings. Even this person who Puru also just to raises 2 hands like that, keeps joins the 2 hands and keep it towards his forehead and greet the Alexander and 4 generals. In return, he greeted. Who greeted the poor only? Greeted them in return. Now Alexander, to the soldiers, he was saying, "You may go." He was ordering to, "You may go." The soldiers bow and goes outside. Go outside. Alexander, he was saying to Puru, "Well, how are you, king?" "Well, how are you, king?" Puru saying, "My name is Puru. My name is Puru." Alexander, "All right. Are you sorry for the mistake you made, Puru?" "All right. Are you sorry for the mistake you made, Puru?" Puru, "I made no mistake, sir. I didn't do any mistake, sir." Alexander, "Didn't you reject my proposal? Didn't you reject my proposal?" Proposal means he asked something, help, but he rejected. Puru, "I did, sir. I rejected. I refuse to be your vassal." What do you mean by vassal? Vassal. What do you mean by vassal? Vassal means here. Vassal is nothing here. A man promising to fight for a king. For a king. In return for the right to hold land. See here, vassal means the kings, they may ask help from other kingdoms, others kings. That is it. So he asked that. Who asked that? This Alexander asked the help from this Puru. The Puru, he rejected. Vassal means a man promising to fight for a king in return for the right to hold land. Means in return they get a land. If this person helped this other king, and what they get it in return, they get a land or something they get from the king. That is the what he rejected. Who rejected that? Puru rejected. Alexander, "Do you know that my many kings have gladly agreed to be my vassals?" What you were saying? Do you know that many kings have gladly means very happy to, agreed to be my vassal. Everyone accepted my happy to agreed my vassals. Do you know that? When he asked it, immediately Puru said, "I know that, and I also know that none of them is Puru." What is it? I know that, and I also know that none of them is Puru. Those people they accepted, but they are not a Puru. They are not a Puru. Means I'm a lawful king. First general, softly to the second general, telling to second general, he is indeed very proud man. He is indeed very proud man. Who said that first general? Alexander. Don't you realize that you are my prisoner? Don't you understand that you are my prisoner? Prisoner means bandi. You are in my control. Do you know that? You are in my prison, jail. Do you know that? Puru. I do. I know it. But that doesn't make any difference to me. Even I am your prisoner, it doesn't make any difference. I am still the lawful king of my country. Lawful means according the rule, according the court, I am the lawful king of my country, he said. Alexander, how shall I treat you? How shall I treat you? Puru. As a king should treat another king. As a king should treat another king in the same manner, treat me. Alexander. Puru, you are a brave man. Puru, you are a brave man. I pleased with you. I am very happy with you. I want to make friends with you. I want to make friends with you. Will you be a friend to me? Will you be? Will you be a friend to me? Who asked that question? Alexander asked the question. Puru. On one condition. On one condition. Alexander. What is that condition? What is that condition? Puru. My kingdom should remain independent. My kingdom should be independent. It should not depend on any others. Okay, and you should treat me as you are equal. You should treat me as you are equal. Alexander agreed. Alexander agreed. Some pause was there. I am proud of your friendship, my brother. I am proud of your friendship, my brother, he said. Puru. I will do my best to the worthy of my friendship. I will do my best to worthy of my friendship of Alexander the Great. Yes. Then immediately the generals bows to Alexander and Puru. So this was the drama. Thank you all.